how was Frank to work with as an actor?
Frank was not the most fun I've ever had working with as an actor. He was a musician, so he was perfect. Musicians are perfect. You know, they have to be. They have to be on pitch. They have to hit the right note. Athletes and musicians are not actors. We fake everything, but they don't. And so Frank knew his work so well that he didn't help you much to help yourself. And we did the scene with him and me at the cocktail table, and we did a close-up on him after we did the scene, and then turned around and did a close-up on me. And when I finished mine, he got up and walked away, as we do when the scene is finished. And I said, well, I'd sure like to try it again, if you don't mind. And they said, where's Frank? And they said, oh, he's split. So he didn't even hang around to wait to see if I wanted to do it again. He knew he had it nailed, but I felt I could have been better in that scene.
So I talked to Billy Bob Thornton about this, who's a big fan of Frank for the music and the performances also, about why Frank was famously stingy about takes. Like he wanted to do it once and he didn't want to do it again. And I thought, and Billy Bob Thornton agreed, it was just an interesting conversation, that there was some insecurity in Frank, that if he did it again, or, like if he pulled a Brando and did 40 takes, that, I don't know, he'd get exposed, even though he was obviously a talented actor, but that people would see through him. Something kept him from those extra takes that might have made him even better. Do you think you know him better? You think that's true? Bullshit, you said? Oh, well, it's great talking. Angie Dickinson, everybody. It's been a lot of fun. So I'm reading too much into it.
No, I think Billy Bob Thornton is right. I think it's just the opposite. Being the singer, singing on pitch, and the exact lyric that he's supposed to sing, and so prepared to do a recording that he knows when he's good and when he got it, and why would he do it again? Certainly not for me, and he didn't need it again. No, I think it's absolutely, I don't think he's right at all.
All right, that's good. That's great. That's useful information.
Don't tell him I said that.
No, it's okay. Who does?
By the way, he's a great actor.
He's a sensational
and a talented man, but he just doesn't know Frank Sinatra.
Yeah, all right. So then, after you guys do Ocean's 11, first of all, tell people what the madness of making that movie was, shot in Las Vegas. How would that go?
Oh, it was incredible. Because you've all seen, I'm sure you've seen the movie, and they just pull tricks on each other constantly. Cherry bombs onto the big poker table, or the craps table, was it? The craps table, I think. They would, and Frank was usually the monster there because he could get away with it. What are you going to do? Tell him not to do that anymore. And so he was naughty. But he loved being naughty, and he loved playing with his friends. And as you all know, or certainly most of you, that then they went on, after shooting from 11 to 7, they would take a bit of a break and then do their show at the Sands Hotel. And
two shows a night.
Was it 2 shows a night?
I watched you. Frank Sinatra was filling in for Johnny Carson on The Tonight Show, and you were a guest. You can watch that on YouTube. And yeah, that's what he said, 2 shows a night, and then partying afterwards, and then on the set by 11 to try and make this movie.
That's right.
Yeah.
Well, so I went, I saw it 5 times, at least. I think more.
And there was what? It was Frank and Dean, Sammy Lawford, and Joey Bishop? Was that they all did?
That's exactly right. And once Dean said, you want to watch from backstage? So one night I watched from backstage, and they were laughing. They were having the time of their lives from the minute they started the show until they finished. They really had that brotherhood to the ultimate. Every night they really loved each other, loved each other's work, and loved playing with each other.
So, at what point, I really don't know the answer to this, so at what point, because now you in your, I don't know whether people know this about Angie, but you were offered a lot of money to write an autobiography, right? You've led a very exciting, successful life, and you started it, thought about it, and then gave the money back, right?
Well, I had them tell me it has to be juicier.
Right.
And I said, bye.
So you forfeited
75,000.
75,000? Oh, that's not much. Nothing. Nothing. So
what hurt was the 10% to Swifty Lazar.
Right. So, but you have for long really hesitated to tell some stories about people who matter to you. But I just read that there was a time then after Ocean's 11 where you really fell for Frank. You called him the most exciting man who...
Oh, yeah.
Right.
He was the most exciting man, pardon me, and I'm the one who asked for these chairs. He was the most exciting man on earth, I really swear. And that doesn't mean the funniest or anything like that, but he just was an exciting man. And that didn't mean I wanted to marry it.
Right, but that was a possibility for a bit.
It was a possibility. We did use the M word. And I didn't want to be married to Frank because I knew I would have to live his life and not mine. And I wasn't through. I hadn't hit the high points yet. And I wasn't ready to, well, bless your heart. Thank you. I was, still of childbearing age. She actually said we didn't have a baby. Oh, Jesus. I was not ready for that. I was trying to be a movie star.